everyone, this is Sandy with today's Teachable Moment. Today I'm going to talk to you about the anatomy of ammunition, so that next time when you go to a gun store to purchase your items, or maybe you're at the range and you're chatting with people about your skill set and your progress. That way they'll know exactly what you're talking about. For example, if you were to go into a gun store to purchase some ammunition, and you tell the person behind the counter, I'd like 1,000 bullets. And the person goes to the back, comes back to the front with a heavy little box full of bullets. And you say, well, that's not what I asked for. The person says, well, yes, that's what you said, 1,000 bullets. I figured you do reloads and you know what you're talking about. It could be a misunderstanding. Maybe a person was taught by his or her family member, and on down the line. You know how we hear things from our family or our father or grandfather and so on and so on, and that information keeps being passed down, whether it's accurate or not. There's no escaping the fact that when it comes to firearms, many people use incorrect terminology. But this can lead people down the road of misinformation and uneducated territory. People will more likely start using incorrect terminology, thinking that the person they just talked with must know what they're talking about, since he or she is a firearm instructor or well-versed in the gun culture, or this person has just been shooting for a really long time. And as disappointing as it is to me, an instructor using incorrect terminology is doing the student, you, a disservice. So be sure you are with knowledgeable instructors who, number one, safety is their priority, and they don't compromise safety for no one and nothing. Number two, give you correct information using correct terminology. Describing ammunition as bullets, shells, or brass is one of the most common mistakes. Making this common mistake is a red flag that tells those invested in the gun culture that there is a lack of understanding or a lack of education, or the possibility that the person has never shot a firearm before. Firearm terminology is not knowledge that you're born with, or you automatically inherit because you bought your first firearm. Just like your skill set or understanding the gun safety rules that are established, it needs to be learned by those who are knowledgeable instructors and experts in the field. For instance, when you go to a retail store to purchase ammunition, the boxes are labeled cartridges, not bullets. As shooters, if we want others to utilize the correct terminology, it begins with us, and we have to do two things. One, use it correctly ourselves, and two, share the knowledge with others. Just like when we go shooting, it's our responsibility to be sure we are being safe and everyone else around us is being safe. How do you do that? By learning correctly by knowledgeable instructors. My hope is that by listening to this video, you'll learn how others speak, the terminologies they use. You'll pick it up listening to instructional YouTube videos, and sadly, there are many of them. It is up to us to be sure that we are being taught correctly, just like it's our responsibility to make sure we're being safe and everyone else around us is being safe. It's also like having the ability to call a ceasefire. You and I have that ability. So there are responsibilities we each have as a responsible firearm owner. But understanding that we must continually dedicate ourselves to consistent education and training, and that means in the classroom as well as out on the range, we will continue to increase our knowledge and our mindset. So don't become stagnant or lazy by having the mindset of finally achieving all there is to know. The most common term used for ammunition is either cartridge, round, or ammo. This is a 9mm cartridge. This cartridge is pre-assembled, ready-to-use type of ammunition designed for a firearm. Although the term bullet is commonly used to describe a cartridge, it is not an accurate replacement for the correct term. The bullet is one of 4 components that make up a cartridge. It's like using the term roof to describe a house or an engine to describe an automobile. The cartridge is made up of 1, the powder, 2, the bullet or projectile, 3, the primer, and then it's all wrapped up tightly in number 4, the casing. When you pull the trigger, the firing pin is going to hit the primer, which is the little circle that is inset in the middle at the bottom of the cartridge. This will ignite the powder inside. The powder will build up enough energy, pushing the bullet or projectile through the barrel of the firearm down to its intended target. The brass holding all of these 4 components together will be ejected through the ejection port of the firearm. Remember, terminology is just as important as your firearm and your gear. Be safe, be smart, and watch those hands, because it's the hands that will do harm, not the face. Thank you for watching. Please share, like, comment, hit the bell, and subscribe. It all helps the algorithm, which allows me to reach more people. This is Sandy, owner of Robinson Tactical, with this week's Teachable Moment. So hey, are you hungry?
Are you looking online for some grub?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I
What do you
don't know
want?
I have no idea. What do you want?
I don't care. It's
Okay.
dinner. Let's eat.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we're going to eat, we should eat the best barbecue in Las Vegas, John Mole's Roadkill Grill.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me check that out. Let me pull it up. Here we go.
You know, there was a guy that came in here from Kansas City, and he said it was the best barbecue he ever had, and that is from the home of barbecue. John Mole's Roadkill Grill is legit.